Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy Aaron B. Happy 2025, the first episode of Tacos and Touchdown in the year of 2025. And we're going to be talking about some NFL draft right now because Dallas Cowboys season is basically over. We're not going to the playoffs. So we're getting in early into the NFL draft. So the first episode we're going to be going over is what complementary receiver would be best suited for Cee Dee Lamb. We're gonna go through a lot of guys through this pause, going through out the whole season and of the draft and everything. So these are my first three. But shout out to our sponsors, SeatGeek. There's one more game in the NFL season, playoff season, concerts, NBA season is going on. Why don't you use promo code Tacos and Touchdown and get $20 off your first purchase? $20 off is definitely a good savings for that. And also, if you need an all natural energy, look up wenergy.com and use promo code touchdowns for 10% off your next purchase. So let's get into it. And we're gonna be going through three. I got three wide receivers, and I got in round one and a round two or round three because I could see the Dallas Cowboys looking at a receiver in those rounds because if you watched the Eagles game, we're in dire need of a wide receiver too. We got the three with Jalen Tolbert, and you kind of got that mixes of on fourth and fifth receiver with like Flournoy, Turpin, and certain Sprouts, and trying to think who the other receiver is, and possibly Mingo. You really want to. I hope we get to see more Mingo this week, but that's neither here or there. So the first guy in round one, I think would be a possibly round one receiver. I know a lot of people say Luther Burden, but I'm a fan of this guy, and that is Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. He's 6'1", 205. And what I've seen about him watching the film a little bit is he's an adept route runner with impressive short area agility and efficient movement when separating from defenders at the top of his routes. He possesses a natural ability to catch passes with his hands, maintaining that distance from his body. So he's not a body catcher. So he contributes effectively as a competitive run blocker, which is a big need if you want to run the ball and you need receivers that are willing blockers. Watching this film, you see that with Emeka Egbuka. So, however, his significant drawback in his performance is his injury history. He missed 3 games last year due to some lower extremity injuries and tends to face challenges against physical corners and coverage scenarios. I think the best fitting for Emeka Egbuka is as a slot receiver and maybe in that Z receiver. He has the. I feel like that'd be that I don't want to say Batman and Robin, more like you got your. We're gonna go in basketball. You got your Michael Jordan with Cee Dee Lamb. You need your Scottie Pippen with a wide receiver, and I think Emeka would be that guy. And if we're sticking with Mike McCarthy, that'd be a guy that fit in this scheme. Over 6'1", a route runner, and is a proficient pass catcher and can make some move. He has that yak ability as well. I think that'd be a good one if we did look at a wide receiver in round one. So let's get into round two. I'm just give you a hint. These three guys are route runners, of course, and they all have different other traits in their game. So, but in round two, I got Jaden Higgins, wide receiver from Iowa State. Higgins is a bigger body receiver. He demonstrates a willingness to secure the ball and miss in defensive traffic. So he's going to catch that ball in traffic and come down with it with that physicality. He has that. He's another route runner, efficient, using his size to create separation and leverage against defenders. He possesses a talent to identify soft spots in zone coverage. Nevertheless, a sizable receiver, Higgins needs to enhance his run blocking skills, and particularly in maintaining blocks. He lacks that long speed to be make game changing plays. But he has that ability to do the run after catch, but it's not that elusive speed you're looking for. But overall, he serves as like if you want that big body X receiver, that's what Jaden Higgins is, and making those contested catches. and in confined spaces and showcasing what a lot of we've been looking for is a red zone threat, and he has that impressive body control to secure the ball. That's what you get in Jaden Higgins. He gets that ball in contested catches, and if he finds like the little spot where he can bust out for a few yards, that's what Jaden Higgins could be at the next level. And I'll say his comp. I don't like doing comps. Is kind of like a Drake London, which is a good comparison when it comes to him. But for round three, it's a bit of a wild card because usually the Cowboys, like I said, they look for guys that are over 6'1". But this guy is I love his game. He played at Texas A&M last year, and that is Evan Stewart. I'm gonna get into why he's in round three. Stewart is an exceptional wide receiver known for his remarkable speed and acceleration. In addition to being a speedster, he excels as a precise route runner, utilizing his head fakes and stutter steps to be efficient, navigating press coverages and create separation from for. And he's an agile guy. Like he has that ability to shake off defenders and just get them breaking off to make some big yardage. Like I said, he is an exceptional speed. He's not just a speedster; he's a route runner as well. And also for a smaller guy, he's 6 foot 175. He discriminates a willingness to absorb contact in order to secure difficult catches. He's gonna try to grab that ball. He's not gonna be one of those guys who can just knock the ball out of his hands. He's gonna make sure he brings down. And like I said, he's 175 pounds. I think that's one of his flaws is to like he's when it comes to NFL, it's gonna be a lot of physical demand and physical corners are gonna try to take advantage of his size and try to knock the ball out of his hands. But he's a tough competitor. He has that speed and that nuanced route running skills, and will be undoubtedly provide a significant value on any team, whether positioned at the slot or in the outside, because he has that versatility to be out in the Z and some in certain situations in the X. And you can go by the build. Yes, his comp to me is a Devontae Smith, but minus the production he had at Alabama. When they at Oregon, they have a tight end, Terrence Ferguson and Tez Johnson, so they're spreading that ball out to those guys. But I think Evan Stewart's on the other side of Cee Dee Lamb would definitely be effective on this offense because we need to look at wide receivers too. But we're definitely gonna be talking more into the draft, of course. It's draft season for if you're a Cowboy fan, it's draft season. You're not worrying about this week's game that much. You're evaluating some of the guys that didn't get the opportunity. You kind of hope you see some Mingos from Trey Lance, and I think they're gonna activate Dalvin Cook after they release Zeke and some other guys. That's all you're doing is evaluate. Okay, maybe this guy be a future guy. Oh, why haven't seen this type of guy? It's not like nobody's worrying about the win. It's empty calories, I like to say. So, but this has been Tacos and Touchdowns. We'll be back next episode. We're thinking of some ideas, but we're definitely be doing some draft talk, and it's gonna be a great 2025. See y'all later. Peace.